Yeah, hi coders. So today we'll discuss about the prototype design pattern. So let's start. So I will show you in the theoretical part as well and in the practical part as well. So here coders what is prototype design pattern? In the previous lecture, we have covered about the singleton design pattern. So same way, like there's prototype design pattern is something like we can create the multiple instances of the object. Means in the singleton, like we can't create the multiple instances. Means we can create a single instance of that object, but here we can create as many as instances if we can create the object of that. So here uh, coders you can see like this is one of the design pattern where we can create new object by cloning the existing one. Okay, we can create the new object by cloning the existing one through this design pattern. So it is very useful when creation of the new object is costlier than the cloning or copying an existing object. So it is very useful if we can means create a new object. Means if the creation of the new object is expensive as compared to the cloning of the existing object, so that time we are using this prototype design pattern. So let's start how we are creating this prototype design pattern. So suppose if the real case is something like if we are creating a if we are creating a cloning of means if we have the multiple documents, like we have to create the multiple instance of the same object. So document is the object, we have to create the multiple instances of that. So suppose document 1, document 2, document 3. So in the document itself we have content as well as images. So suppose if we don't want to change that content, and means suppose if we want to put the same thing in different instances in different documents, so multiple times like we need to create the document is from the scratch itself, like create the document, then we have to create the variables of that is content and the images. But if we'll directly clone the previous document, then it will be very easier. So here what we'll do is like there is the interface which is called a document prototype. So in the document prototype we have the method defined as clone. Okay, now we are creating the concrete class where this document is implementing through document prototype. Now we are creating the variable which is the content. In this document we are creating a variable which is content and the images. So images having the list of strings and content having the string. So here we are creating the constructor of that as well. This will be the uh, this will be the argument constructor. Okay, and this will be private public, not private, because we are creating the multiple instances. So here if we can see this it is implementing this document prototype. So we are overriding this method of the document prototype, which is nothing but clone. So here we are returning this new document with the argument name. Now we are also setting and getting the fields of that particular variables. So this is something where we are writing our class, the prototype class, where we have to define the variable and getter setters as well as the uh, implementation method, because we have the interface which has the method. So this is something the prototype class. Now in order to call that prototype, so we are writing main method. So here we are means adding the list of images. So suppose we are creating the list of images. So image 1 here, image 2 in the images list. Now we have the document which is the original document as well as the clone document. So in the original document we are creating new object, and the clone document we are creating the original document dot clone. So here there is the method itself in this class, which is the document class. So from there we are cloning it. Okay. Now we are just printing the original document, the content of the original document as well as the content of the clone document. So there we'll get the content of both of the documents. Now we are setting the value of the clone document to modified content, and we are again printing the original document content and the cloned document content. So then we can see that only the modification happens in the clone document, not the original document. Let's begin with the code part. So let me show you in the code as well as. So let me share my screen, coders. Uh, so So here you can see I have created the prototype example for you. So here this is the document prototype, which is the interface, and there is the clone method. Now there is the document class where I am implementing this document prototype, which having the content and the list of images. Now I'm creating the uh, constructor of that as well as the overridden method, and then getter setters for both the content and the images. Now I am calling that document class. So here you can see I am adding the value of the list of images first of all, and then while creating this document object, I am adding it in the value as a parameter in the constructor itself. But now the second cloned document, I am creating it from the original document dot clone. So here we need to give the cast, okay, typecast it. Now we are printing the original document dot content and clone document dot get content. And after setting the clone document content, again we are printing the content of the original document as well as the clone document. So here let me run it for you. Here you can see coders. So here you can see the first of all, the original document content is original content and the original content for the cloned document. Okay. So here you can see original document content and equals to original content, and the cloned document content equals to original content. Both are having the original content because we have set it in the beginning of the class, means while calling that while creating the object of that class, document class. And now while we are setting the uh, content of the cloned document, so here you can see modified. Now I'm printing it both the document after modifying. So original document content after modifying is original content, and clone document content after modifying is modified. So here you can see the only update is the clone document. So original one doesn't update this. So this means there is no uh, changes in the original document as well, and we can create the multiple instances of that as well. So uh, like that we can create it. And if you want, I can also, one thing I can do, I can create the hash code of both of the uh, I can print the hash code of both of them. So south, so original document dot hash code and south clone document dot hash code. Let's run it. So here you can see the hash code is also different coders. So here the hash code is this one. Here the hash code is this one. So it means it is not having the same instance as well. Means it has the multiple instance, which is different every time. Okay. So this is something about the prototype design pattern. So please like, uh, comment in the comment section, and subscribe my channel. So we'll meet in the next video. Until unless, bye.